Hello, my name is Janet Leung, and I grew up in Mississippi, which was ranked 50th in education at the time. Many students couldn't read or do math very well or even at grade level. However, my parents emphasized education, and I ended up scoring in the top percentile for the ACT and attended Southern Methodist University in Dallas, Texas. I double majored in financial consulting and economics, and most of my career has been in financial planning and analysis. I'm currently the director of finance for a nonprofit. So because I scored so well on the ACT in high school, I thought that 18 plus years later, I could just breeze through the GMAT with a fair amount of studying. I was interested in applying to Stanford 5 years ago, and Stanford had an average or median score of 700 on the old GMAT, which would be equivalent to a 645 on the new GMAT Focus. So I've been studying on and off for many years, trying to achieve that score. I was really struggling on the Quant because I had been out of school for so long. I had to relearn a lot of things like combinations, permutations, probabilities, and more. So I was on the GMAT Club website, and they highly recommended TTP as the best program for Quant at the time. And I had tried other programs like Magoosh, but ultimately TTP provided the best information for me to learn the basics. So I was scoring okay overall, but my Quant was around the 40th percentile. A lot of it was due to running out of time and being distracted by complicated questions, and some of it was I just could not work it out in my head under pressure. So I started working with Jeff this past summer, and we worked together for several months. And he could tell I was really nervous, and he did suggest to me, you've been out of school for so long, like it's understandable that these math concepts may not be as fresh as they used to be. He suggested that I should consider taking the executive assessment because I'm applying to executive MBA schools and I have been out of school for so long. So I wanted to take the GMAT anyways because I wanted to prove to myself that I could do it, and deep down I felt like I could do it. However, I took the executive assessment before I took another GMAT because I thought it would help me with my confidence. It's supposed to have a slightly easier Quant. So Jeff ended up helping me before the test figure out tips and tricks that were eating into my time for the Quant section. And he also assured me that if I guessed, strategically for the crazy questions, it's better than me wasting time for 5 to 6 minutes on something that I may not get right anyways. So that, in addition to just working through some of the concepts that I wasn't very solid on, that really helped me on test day. I ended up strategically guessing on a crazy question, and I ended up using some of the tips and tricks that he suggested that really shortened my time on the Quant section. So that helped, I believe that helped me score a 166 on the executive assessment. So I don't think I could have done that without tutoring and without the confidence that Jeff helped me with. I was definitely studying morning, lunch, evenings, weekends, to try to overcome this. And I knew I could, understand some of the problems that were giving me issues, but some of them were basic concept weaknesses that I needed to work through with target test prep. So my advice for anyone who wants to pursue this journey is that you should really try to understand the basics, because that is the foundation for the more difficult problems. When I started this journey 5 years ago, I thought I could just breeze through the problems, kind of memorize some formulas, I'll make it through. However, if you're pursuing a top percentile score for a top MBA school, then you definitely have to relearn the basics. I also highly recommend tutoring to get over any scoring wall. For a top MBA program, I definitely wish I had done it sooner, because I wouldn't have spent so many years trying to pursue the score. And without Jeff, I don't think I could have scored the score. So thank you, Jeff. Good luck, everyone.